recording?
Yeah, this is Eli. We're currently
20 miles outside of Sacramento.
20 miles outside of Sacramento, apparently, and just recollecting on stories past.
You have to back up, dude.
Do I?
Am I up in my
your grill right now. You got to get like arm's length out, you know.
Do I?
That's how they do it.
Is it here?
We're amateurs.
Amateur filmmaking. Anyway, Johnny was recollecting on a story that he had once when he was making this same trip with his gal pal, Candy. Hey, Candy.
I wasn't really recommending on this trip, but so when we first went to go get Juno, we picked her up a little east outside of Portland is where we went and picked her up from when we first got her when she was 12 weeks old. And I was asking Eli if he'd ever heard the story before, because I figured Candy told everybody, because she was telling everybody. And that day it wasn't very funny. It was actually quite.
Dude, you're fine.
It was quite traumatic, but so we're going down, right? And I don't know what it was, but my stomach just wasn't, agreeing with me that day. And I remember, we're about like 10 miles out from picking up Juno. We're kind of lost. It's kind of out in the country. And I had to go to the bathroom so bad. That's Juno.
Hey, June.
Being good.
Juno being good, not barking at all. Continue your story.
Thank God. So, kind of lost. I have to go to the bathroom really bad. I mean, like, really bad. Like, I remember sweating, right? And I remember Candy looking over, and she could see sweat beads all over my face, right? I think I started, like, hyperventilating. I had to go so bad. And I was just like, you know how it is. When you have to
I've been there,
really
son.
bad. And, whoop, that's cop.
Is that Papa?
Yep. He just turned his lights on. Hold on. We okay?
Seem to be good.
We okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. Okay. So, I gotta watch it, Riding dirty, no seatbelt right now.
I mean, fucking.
That's how we do it.
I think riding dirty is something else. I think riding dirty is when you're like riding while you're getting head, right? That's what riding
Too
is.
much!
Or when you're like, you got you got like 8 kilos of cocaine in the back.
PG-13. Okay. So, and she's telling me this story, hold on. Where was I? Sweat beads.
Sweat beads on your face.
Sweat beads on my face, right? And I'm just like, oh my God, I gotta go so bad, right? I'm just like, prairie dogging. Is that too much? No. Hi, Junes. And we get down this like deserted road because we're so lost. And we're driving by, and I'm like crying. I have to go so bad, okay? I honestly think I'm gonna mess my pants, right? And I'm gonna have to like toss out my underwear, bury it in the desert. You know what I'm saying? Or, I don't know. And we drive by, and we're going on a road that's like 20 miles an hour. We're obviously lost, but I won't admit that because I'm a guy.
Because you're a man.
Hey. And we look over, and there's this cow dropping the largest turd of his life. And what does Candy do? She starts cracking up and like, look what he's doing.
Don't you wish you could be doing
And
that?
I'm like, that's lame. We drive about another 2 minutes, right? And at this point, I'm hanging on the wheel like this. You know what I mean? Because I'm just dying. And there's a sign that says no dumping.
Awesome.
And Candy has to point it out.
Awesome.
The end of the story goes, we turned around, we got back on the freeway, because I had to pull off the freeway, and I went down this deserted road trying to find something, didn't find anything, got back on the freeway. What do I find on the next exit, quarter mile down the road?
Shell station?
Shell, McDonald's, 76, Wendy's.
Awesome.
Safeway, I was pretty upset, but that's all I got. So,
on a side note, it serves that motherfucker right that that story happened because, hey, there's an instance where Eli was pissing on a big toy because John was driving 35 miles on the goddamn I-5.
it's not even true.
But,
It's not even true.
but, I digress. That was eons ago. We all know that story.
That is a pretty funny story, actually. It was me, Eli, Joseph, and Roger. We're driving to GameWorks back in like 2000 or 2001, and there was traffic. He claims I was driving slow in the Ford Fairmont.
Okay, so if we're gonna tell this story, we're gonna tell it the right fucking way, which is meaning that Eli had to piss probably around Boeing Field, and it was really, really bad, and he just got a lot of fucking flack for it. He just got a lot of fucking, oh, you have to pee, ha 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 ha.
It's 20 minutes to GameWorks.
And I gotta, hey, did I interrupt your story? And I'm sitting there and I'm saying, you know, if you could accelerate this vehicle to the speed limit, we could probably get to our destination faster. And yeah, John's like, fuck you, I'm gonna, here, piss in this cup. Gives me like a small cup from McDonald's. Now, here, piss in this bottle. Gives me like a fucking 20-ounce bottle of Pepsi. Could that have worked? Yes, but I'm in a car filled with dudes, okay? It's me, Roger, fucking Peehaw, and Gilbert driving navigation. You know what I mean? So, overall, this car creeps to about 35 on the 5. Cars passing us up. Old ladies in fucking really old fucking cars whizzing past us like fucking Danica Patrick. Okay? Finally, we get to the Seneca exit, and we hit the stoplight. But we're, I don't know, the first car in line, and there's no cars anywhere, so what does Eli do? Eli jumps out the car, and he runs for a place to take a piss. If you've ever seen Seneca, you know that Seneca is church, hotel, freeway exit, and road. There's no way for Eli to take a piss except the church. Church wasn't open. I jumped in the back gate. I started pissing. I just closed my eyes, pulled it out, and just let it rip. You know what I mean? And as I was letting it rip, about a minute and a half into my pissing, this old lady comes out and she says, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm pissing. I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. I apologize. And she's like, this is a preschool. And I'm looking at her. I'm like, really? I'm pissing on this big toy. Right on down the slide. Almost coming back on my shoes. Finish though. I didn't fucking stop pissing. I'll tell you that.
Why would you stop?
Why would I stop? I mean, have you ever tried to piss and then stop yourself? That shit hurts.
It's pretty difficult.
Throw out your hip.
You know what I'm saying?
So I finished, and then, you know what? Zipped it right back on up. Headed right back onto my way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But somewhere, and I've gotten this picture a couple of times in my mind. Somewhat, at some particular point after that, some little boy or some little girl went outside to play during recess or, you know, free time. And they went on that slide. And they went down really quickly on that slide. And now it's because of my piss.
Hey, you know the great thing about that story is, it almost seems too wild, like it'd be fake. Except Joseph jumped out of the car after him because I wasn't too, I didn't know Seattle too well at that point. You know, it was like a year or two after I first started driving. Joseph jumped out after him, and what did it do? What happened 5-10 minutes later when we saw Joseph? Joseph was like, he really peed on that thing. Too wild.
It's not like I meant to piss on the big toy. Like I said, closed my eyes, pulled it out, let her rip. I could have been pissing on a child.
Back, man. You're too close.
We're just gonna set it up on the fucking dash.
You don't have to be up on the dashboard. Now it's gonna be at your crotch.
No, I'm here. Fuck, it's
ridiculous.
You know what?
It's over. Just
we told the story.
End it.
In chapter 2. How do you stop this thing?
Just push it. Push the button.
The red button?
Push the red button.